J-Dawg back there, and some more goddamn questions. First, we got the top. This is fucking Dave. Last name, leave anonymous. He orders all the goddamn time. He sent me an email. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm just going to fucking print this out. And this was actually a legitimate question. He sent an email. I don't think he was expecting me to do a video. I told him I'd keep his last name out. I was like, I ain't typing all this shit out, brah. I'm just going to answer that goddamn video. It's a different topic, anyways. Topic everybody hates, though, kind of gym related. So I guess skip the fucking head, goddamn it. If you don't like being goddamn educated, you just want to hear about what kind of music a complete stranger likes. And I guess fast forward those parts. But what's up, J-Dawg? Watched your episode today, so I wanted to email you. As you know, I'm a police officer for 30 years. Yeah, I remember you saying you were. Shit, I didn't realize it was 30 goddamn years, though. I have read that I have read that some doctors or experts believe that law enforcement officers should do cycle of steroids under a doctor's guidance. We are drug tested, so we can't. I mean, if it was under a doctor's guidance and we had a prescription for it, I don't think they could say jack shit. I mean, it's completely legal for at least testosterone and some other compounds in certain period of times if a doctor prescribes it. So I don't know what the law. I mean, you're going to know what the rules are better than I am. Um, and when they say drug tested, are they tested for fucking hormones, steroids? Like maybe they are. Um, so yeah, I would look into that. Like if you actually legitimately need it, you didn't say if you did or didn't. Um, as far as experts believe that law enforcement should be, I don't know if I agree with that, dude. Because the thing is it's person dependent. Like it's this way. Like I'm not gonna mention any goddamn names, but I know of people like no that even if their test levels were low, and let's say they asked me, hey, I'm thinking about even doing TRT under a doctor. Would you recommend it? I would say for that person, no. And the reason I would not recommend it is they already have a bad temper as is. And again, what steroids do, they do not create roid rage or anything. They enhance what you already normally are. So if you're predisposition to anything like acne, hair loss, prostate cancer, things like that, if you don't manage those hormones, it's going to accelerate it. Personality wise, if you're already a dick, it turns you into a bigger fucking dick. And I've seen guys that are like that. But then it doesn't turn a totally laid back chill dude into an asshole. It just don't. As a matter of fact, a lot of times they're even more fucking chill. So there's some I'm like, dude, you're already. I'm surprised your temper sucks so fucking bad. I'm surprised you haven't even killed your wife and kid yet. And if you did, I would not be the least bit goddamn surprised. It's usually dumbasses that mix alcohol too, and they get the fucking beer muscles and beer rage and all that other shit. I was like, I do not recommend for them. So I could see some cops being some goddamn high school football graduate fucking jock douchebags that got a chip on their shoulder, and it seems like a lot of guys that get into being a cop is because they like that sense of authority and they take it a little too far. Hence, those guys don't need to be fucking enhancing that in personality. Fuck that. They're gonna be a bigger goddamn dick than they already fucking are. And again, how would you screen that out? So just to say, hey, they all should be, so that way they're super cops. I definitely disagree with that. But yeah, I don't know how you would screen that. How do you classify who's a dick, who's not? you know, uh, we have a handful of officers that are jacked, and I question if they are doing steroids. Yeah, but I mean, you might be a little bit on the norm. You say you're 54 here. Dude, that's so fucking funny. Society is so fucking weak and pathetic that if you have any ounces of muscle on you whatsoever, people automatically think you take steroids these days. It's like, dude, you do realize you can do shit naturally. And not to mention, you don't know how far your genetic limit is, and everybody's is different. Fucking supposedly, Ronnie Coleman, greatest bodybuilder of all time, Michael Jordan bodybuilding, he turned pro naturally. Put in perspective, that doesn't happen. That's most people that are absolutely blasted, juiced out of their fucking gills, take more than the top pros do, never even turn pro. Put in perspective. That's the thousands and thousands of people that compete every year never even turn pro, and they're taking more than the guys at the Olympia level. Supposedly, he turned natural. Now I don't know if that's code for its low dose, but there's guys that say, and I mean, you see what he became as the years went by. You're like, well, I mean, he definitely did do something different because you don't put on another 100 pounds of muscle, which pretty much what he did over the next few years. That's impossible if he was already fucking cranked out of his tree. So it does have some, it does have maybe some truth behind it. Now, granted, that's an extreme fucking genetic freak if that's the case. And you're damn sure not in that boat. But there's push where I know personally guys that are natural that they have decent, pretty good physiques. That people can, dude, he's definitely taking steroids, and I know for a fact that he don't. So see what you can do naturally too. And the kids are the most annoying, dude. Holy fuck! It's like they're starting to talk about like, dude, you've been training a year. You're 17 years old. What are you talking about? Get 5 years of hard training in your because I promise you right now, if you've been training any less than 3 years, never missing a day, set scheduled days, so you're 4 to 5 days on, you don't miss fucking scheduled work days. I promise you, anything less than 3 years, you do not fully know how to train yet. I 100% promise you. Come to the gym, and I'm gonna correct all kinds of things on your form, everything. Doing this wrong, but not a pause here, not even coming out of stretch here, bro. You're bouncing it here. Your fucking tempo's way too fast. You're not even fucking positioning your elbows right, your hip angles, your feet, everything. I'm like, dude, you don't even know how to train yet. What the fuck are you taking drugs for? And then eating, don't even get me started on that. Fuck, I know guys that have been doing this 10 years, they still don't know how to fucking eat. How do you know they don't know how to eat, dog? Well, let me put this perspective. Are you trying to gain weight? Yep, that's my goal. I'm trying to gain weight now. What's your weight at? I'm at 205. When was the last time how long you been 205? Oh, bro, I've been there for like 3 months. You might have the same weight for 3 goddamn months, and your goal is to gain weight. It's one thing if you're trying to maintain. You didn't say that. You're trying to gain weight. Why are you still at 205, bro? That shit should be going up every week. You know how to eat. It goes up, period. You keep pushing until it goes up. And you need to know which foods to fucking do that with. It's gonna be primarily carbs, assuming your goddamn protein's not fucking part, which it should be. So most of them don't even know how to fucking do that. So maybe they are, maybe they're not. Some guys, don't be wrong, like Michael Hurt or something. Yeah, of course he is. There's certain like, come on, dude. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. But it's just sometimes like I see guys. I kind of the other day. I'm not even gonna say what because I don't want anybody to figure this out because I don't want to piss anybody off. But the guy just said the other day, let's just say it may or may not have been a show setting, and they're talking about the security guy, like, oh, this fucking douche. She's like, he's got to be on steroids. I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? As the guy, he looks like a fat guy that honestly, I wouldn't even guess he goes to the gym. What makes you think he takes steroids? Does he work out even? It doesn't look like it to me, but by his benchmark, he looks semi-impressive. I'm literally looking at him like, this fat kid? I don't know. Maybe he played high school football 10 years ago. He doesn't even look like he lifts to me. That looks like fucking taking stairs. So everybody's their perspective is fucking mind blowing to me. I mean, hell, guys think that a lot of the WWE wrestlers, especially in the '90s, I can't vouch too much for nowadays guys because I can't vouch, but the late '80s, early '90s, man, those guys were jacked. Ooh, other than the Ultimate Warrior, the Legion of Doom looked decent. They look like kind of not super fat powerlifters. Most of the guys are fat, dude. What are you talking about? They had some muscle on them and they were strong. I'm not saying that, but as far as physique wise, you call that jacked? I call that a fat boy, brah, brah. I mean, dude, as much as I was a fan as a kid, like Hulk Hogan, dude, the guy he was 6'7" and 303 pounds with zero visible abs. That's not very big. To put it in perspective, Jay Cutler, when I met him, when he was the current Mr. Olympia, he's retired now. I met him in like '07 or '08 for the first time. I met him like 3 or 4 times. He was the current Mr. Olympia. Me standing next to him didn't even look like I lifted. Put in perspective, he was lean, single-digit body fat. He's 5'7", says he's 5'9", but he's not. I'm literally standing right next to him. I'm towering over the guy. 5'7", an entire foot shorter than fucking Hulk Hogan was, and weighed 315 pounds. That is well over fucking 50 pounds more muscle. Well over 50 pounds. What do you mean, dog? Well, just so you know, some perspective, the medical math is every inch for skeletal goddamn muscle is about 8 pounds per inch. So if you weigh the same amount and you're about the same body fat as a person that's 3 inches taller than you, you are approximately fucking 24 pounds more muscle than he is. Same body fats, same body fat percentage, and same body weight. You are approximately that. Now it's not a given size. It could be 6, it could be 10. It's around 8 pounds. So and that's why I love when these dumbass fucking bodybuilders lie about their height. They make it sound like they're taller than they are. He's like, you do realize you just made yourself sound less impressive, right? If anything, if you want to make it sound more impressive, make it sound shorter. Why are you out lying about your shit anyway? People are going to see what you look like. So people's benchmark of fucking what's jacked. It's hilarious because I'm in both worlds. It's literally the equivalent of people that think, dude, did you hear that Slipknot? Oh my God, that was heavy. That's what everybody's laughing when people are like, did you see that dude? He's jacked. I'm like, where's the jack guy? Where's he at? I was like, that guy. That Jason Statham looking goddamn pussy? How is that? That's jacked to you? Brah, you gotta get out of your house. I'll show you jacked. Yeah, fuck, they'll leave all this goddamn essay. Says, I don't care, it's their business. Nor should you. Shouldn't care what another man fucking takes. The things people, they bitch and whine, and that's why he looks at it. Okay, just go take them then, dude. When people say that, if it's just that easy, then go try it. Go do it then. I looked into SARMs. My doctor said absolutely not enough research on them. Well, dude, doctor's going to tell you fucking anything that he can't prescribe, basically, is no go. I mean, you can't ask a goddamn GP. I mean, does he even know what they are? Well, yes, there is not a ton of research on them. He just read that. What's your opinion on SARMs? I mean, if you're 100% natural and you're looking to take something, you've been training at least 3 to 5 years, get some goddamn training under your belt. I'll put it this way, you should, because SARMs are drugs, just so you know. It's just they're semi-legal, it's gray area. If you get pulled over with them, you're not going to get arrested. You can buy them, but technically the seller is doing it illegally unless he's selling them for human research, which nobody's doing that. He knows that people, they're buying them, they're taking them. But yes, they are a drug. Um, you should not be thinking about taking any drugs unless you've been training, again, minimally 3 years. Minimally. Not on and off. Yeah. I took Christmas time off. No, motherfucker. You're 4 to 5 scheduled days per week, not missing any. Any meals, you better be getting at least 5 meals a day regularly, year fucking round. And if you can't answer these questions like that, if you cannot answer these 3 questions, you have no business taking drugs. When I ask kids this all the time, or people that come up to me when they ask you that, like, how many grams of protein, fat, and carbs you eat? How many have you eaten each? If you can't give me the 3 numbers right off the top of your fucking head, what you're currently doing, you got no business looking at drugs. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing yet. Food and training are what's going to build goddamn muscle. Drugs are just going to facilitate it's to do more than your body can naturally do. It's to go past a plateau of what your body is physically capable of doing naturally. Anything outside of that, there's no reason to be taking them. You're just wasting your health for no goddamn reason. When you could have got done naturally by doing it the way you're supposed to be doing it. So if you can't answer those 3 questions, don't even think about it. By my opinion on them, if you never take anything, you're 100% natural, you throw them in, you'll notice something. The most popular is Ostarine. It's generally female friendly as well. If you get real shit, the problem is with you said you're a cop, is one of the things is it's unregulated, man. Sometimes people have tested them, and oh man, this shit's really working. And guess what's in there? It's Dianabol, or it's Anavar, or it's, well, they're probably not going to put Anavar in there because it's expensive. It's going to be either, I've seen people tested and they've had Dianabol there. You take Dianabol, you bet your ass you're going to get results. Winstrol is one they'll use. Like, of course, you're fucking taking Winnie tabs. Of course, you're going to notice something, especially if you're 100% natural. Oh shit, this shit's great. It's like, yeah, but you're taking steroids, dude. So if you get tested, you best believe that shit's popping up on a test. So keep that in mind. You, be sure who you're getting it from, homeboy. Uh, I don't go around talking about my lifting. I don't care what other people think, nor should you. But I'm 54 and bench 315 3 times last week and could deadlift 415. Yeah, 454. That's pretty strong, bro. I mean, now not that you give a fuck, which I don't. That's the reason why I looked into SARMs, was to get stronger. I backed off on the deadlifts, killing my back. I absolutely agree with you on squats and deadlifts. There are other exercises to build strength. As far as bench, well, let me cut you off there. Again, it's all personal preference. You don't need to justify yourself. But at the same time, I would ask yourself this: why do you need to get stronger? That's a plenty decent strength. Like, are you trying to enter a sport where you need to be stronger for football, or a type of, yeah, for boxing or fighting or MMA? Not to mention, if you are, other than football, I mean, if you're a blocker or whatever, you can never be strong enough. The stronger, the better. But for boxing or MMA or something like that, that's plenty strength. You just need technique. Then at that point, fighting technique. Are you entering a powerlifting contest, a strongman contest? No, no, no. What do you you need more strength for, dude. And again, I'm just being devil's advocate because sometimes when I question guys, and I try to talk kids out of taking drugs and shit all the time. I'm like, dude, you're not even working out 10 years from now. Why are you gonna fuck your body up? Then you're gonna be on HRT for the rest of your goddamn life. And then if you marry that girl and she wants kids, and you're like, oh, I didn't want kids, but now I do. Hey, now you're gonna have to go through fertility protocols and shit. Now this shit don't apply to you. You're 54 years old. But I'm just saying, think what you're doing. Like, why do you want it that bad? Like, why do you want to be stronger? Why? Like, literally, that's a plenty base strength. Now, strength and having muscle and stuff is great for being older. That's more than you need. That's plenty. You're way above average of what you need for preventing like aging and shit like that. Again, if it just makes you happy and you're in Disney World, I guess fine. But is it worth taking drugs, taking the risk of your job? So, are you going to even monitor your blood work to make sure your body metabolizes those drugs, make sure it's not giving you any stress to your liver, your kidneys, your heart? Are you going to do all those tests? Because a lot of these guys ain't. So you're rolling the dice, playing Russian roulette with your health for what? I mean, let's say you're okay. So you bench 315 3 times. Let's say it got you up taking SARMs. You're benching it 10 times, which I highly doubt they'll do that. Most steroids ain't going to do that. At least not fucking very quickly. You might maybe in a year or two or taking them, you might get up to that because to get from 54 years old to benching it 3 times to hit 10 with that same weight, that's a hell of a strength increase. But let's just say it did that. Okay, then what? Or do you feel better about yourself? Are you more happy in life? And again, I'm not saying that to insult you. I'm just telling you to make think. Well, why? Question what you're doing. Why do you want it that fucking bad? Um, if you have a legit reason, you can put it in writing. This is why, and it means go by all means, go for it. Because trust me, I've had this conversation with myself, and I can answer those questions that people ask. And it's like, all right, fair enough. But when I ask that to most people, they cannot give me a good reason where I'm like, you think that's worth it, dude? All right, go for it. There are other exercises to build strength. As far as benching, I love to bench, but I do understand there are other movements to build your chest. Honestly, I just like to bench. Yeah, and if you're having fun, go ahead and do it, man. Just be goddamn careful, dude. You're 54 and you're putting 3 plates aside. Uh, Unless you have tendons of steel, that screams pec tear, not win. It's a matter of if. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. That's screaming. Again, maybe you got tendons of steel and you get lucky. There's guys that never torn one, but I'm just saying. If you tear your pec next week, don't say I told you so. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to do this. I feel hurt now or hurt later. I know eventually I will have to slow down and be easier on the joints. Yeah, I would not personally, man. 54 years old, hell, I don't now. There's no way I'm going in the 3 rep range. So if you're doing 315 for 3, I mean, personally, if I was you, I'd be doing like 245 for 12 or whatever the hell that math comes down to with slow, controlled form. Pause off each rep. Really work that goddamn muscle and take that extra, whatever the fuck that is, 80 pounds off the joints and get better muscle stimulus. But do what you want. But yeah, that's a whew. Yeah, my fucking elbows and shoulders just hurt thinking about doing that. I love feeling strong and somewhat in decent shape for my age. I can always do better, especially on my diet. I didn't know weed did that to your estrogen. Simple fix around that. If you want a quick tip, I mean, this is usually comes with Dawg coaching. If you're not going to give your pot up, at least do this. Go get a fucking total testosterone test, blood test, free T test, free testosterone, dihydrotestosterone, and get an estradiol test. That's the main form of estrogen. There's 4 different types of estrogen in the body, but the main one that testosterone is going to convert to is estradiol, or also known as E2. There's things like E1, which is estrone and shit. Not as important. Total estrogen seems to be, don't get that. I mean, if you want to get it as extra, fine, but it seems to be kind of inaccurate. So get actually the best is ultra sensitive estradiol. That's gonna be super accurate. If you're good to go. You're not aromatizing, great, cool. If your test is low and you're aromatizing, especially from smoking pot, um, you can look into a drug called exemestane. It's an aromatase inhibitor, or a low dose. Doc can help you out. This is coaching generally, but for you, I would just give you what I would recommend based off your labs. Send them to me. It's not illegal. It is a prescription medication, but I can tell you easily how to get it, and it's not illegal. You just need a script to get it, but you can get it without a script because there's tons of companies that sell it without. That's legit, and you can't get in trouble for it. Nothing like that. Not breaking the law by no means. And if you get drug tested, it's not a class 3 drug, so it doesn't matter. You can legally take it, so it makes no goddamn difference. And what that'll do, that'll block the aromatase enzyme. Your total testosterone will go up, and your E2 will come down, put you back in range. So a lot of guys want to jump on TRT and shit like that, taking injections. I'm like, dude, hire the goddamn dog. I see your blood work because you didn't even fucking need it. So you could have solved this with 12.5 mgs of aromastane. Exemestane, also known as aromacin, 3 times a week, much cheaper. You don't have to take any goddamn injections, and it would have fixed your fucking problem. Your problem is you don't have low test. Your test is low because you're aromatizing it into estradiol. You're converting it over, probably through your dog shit ass lifestyle. Problem fucking fix. You could fix it through your lifestyle, but I know you ain't gonna do that. So we'll give you a goddamn fucking medication that's non-toxic, has no liver toxicity, has no stress to kidneys, very safe as goddamn fuck. Although you'll find some wimps that freak out about that, but they'll be taking harsh drugs. Like, what are you talking about, dude? It's one of the safest goddamn things in the world you can fucking take, especially at a dose that I just said. So get those checked, and that'll at least help you out if it is fucking you up. And how the fuck you smoking weed too? Why if you're getting drug tests? Is it legal in your goddamn state? Uh, I always say when I retire in 3 years, I'm going to start getting high. Oh, so you don't smoke weed? Okay. But honestly, I question that now. I have cut my alcohol intake down to 2 days a week, and it's only 2 drinks, maybe 3. Yeah, that's not gonna. That's fine. That's not a big deal at all. I'm a lightweight, and it's just empty calories, and sometimes gives me a headache. Anyways, thanks for your time. Killer Addict shirt. Will you carry the first 2 Addict on vinyl shirts too? Van Records replied. I asked the management today. We're talking about my show shit a little bit today. Dude, what's up with Van Records? And can we get them directly from you? The first, all 3 albums on CD and LP. Hell's needs them. Fuck. I mean, I advertise the goddamn band at this point more than anybody else fucking does. We should have it in stock. So waiting to hear on a reply on that. But I don't know if it'll. My guess is I got to get him for Van Records, but Van Records doesn't reply, which makes no fucking sense. He used to do all his titles on consignments for years. Sold hundreds of his titles combined between CDs, LPs, and shit of every title we sold. Hundreds. Gets paid. I have no idea. Like, it makes no fucking sense. You don't like making money, bro town? What the fuck you doing? So hopefully, yeah, it would be goddamn nice because, again, me being a fucking walking goddamn advertiser for the band, flying them in over to the goddamn States for Dead by Dog, June 21st, Youngstown, Ohio. And don't ask any. Dude, these guys blow my mind. I saw in the comments the other goddamn day. When is it? Jesus, fuck. It's obvious as fuck, man. I said it 100 times. And where do I buy tickets? It's in the description box of every video. Dude, you guys listen? Do you read? I mean, holy fuck. I mean, granted, people lit him up in the comments and let him know, dude, it's right here. Like, it's like, how do you even miss it? In fact, he says it too much at this point. It's kind of annoying. Like, what are you talking about? Fuck, how do you get by in life? June 21st, Youngstown, Ohio, West Side fucking Bowl. The description to buy a the link to buy a goddamn ticket is in the description box. I couldn't make it any easier. So handing out flyers too. You want dog flyers? Let me know when your goddamn hell's order. Include those too. Comes with church. Come on, skin is in the morning. Later, goddamn it.